Guys, James from Bolt Bros here. Hey, wanted to just chat a little bit about Justin Herbert. We all love him. We love hearing from him. We love seeing him throw bombs downfield at OTAs. So let's talk a little bit about it, guys. Bolt Bros, let's go. Justin Herbert. It's great seeing him on the field. It's great seeing him throw some balls downfield. It's great to feel like football is close once again, guys. I can't wait for it. So, wanted to just chat a little bit about a couple different things here, guys. First off, let's just talk a little bit about his interview that he had at the golf tournament, the Chargers golf tournament, and him talking a little bit about his contract situation. And now, once again, Brandon Staley even said, hey, it's ongoing. There's nothing set in stone right now. It's still just kind of hanging out there. They're still in talks. Nothing really different. Justin Herbert, to me, maybe I read a little bit more into what he said. Kind of an interesting thing on where my perspective is. So he said, they've done such a great job of taking care of us, and my message really hasn't changed. He expressed faith in the organization. It's been an honor to be a part of this team. It's great to come to events like this, and whatever happens, happens. It's out of my control at this point. Well, the way I got a little nervous when I heard the term, it's been an honor to be a part of this team. And maybe I'm just looking at it a little bit too heavily or whatnot, but I kind of read that as past tense in a weird way. Like, hey, that's in the past. That's whatever. It's been great to be with this team. It's kind of like it was good when we were, at this or in a relationship. It's been a good time, or I don't know. It makes me feel past tense in a weird way of that word been. So I think that he loves to be with the Chargers. Obviously, as a kid, he wanted to play for the Chargers. Ironically, in Los Angeles, the guy basically made that happen for some reason and as his kid and manifest that. But the one thing is, it kind of makes me a little nervous about how he utilizes that almost in a past tense. That's just maybe the way I'm viewing it as. The one thing that we've always kind of felt about Justin Herbert is being a little bit more controlling of situations, but not being like a bully about it, but feeling like play calls on the field. Last year, there was a lot of talk about Lombardi, and Lombardi even had those, questions asked him that does Justin Herbert look to, change plays during the game? Does he make his own calls? And he's like, oh yeah, he does it all the time for me and everything. But I feel like sometimes like he needs to take the bull by the horns and really take more control. It's kind of like Peyton Manning or Tom Brady. These guys kind of seem to be those dudes that just find ways to be able to take control of the offense and play calls. I think sometimes we need to see a little bit more from that from Justin Herbert. And even to say with his contract, he's kind of like, it'll happen. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. If it happens, great, kind of thing. But there is kind of that level of like talking to his agent. This is what I want. This is what I want the team to do. You could even potentially, I'm assuming you could probably jump right into Tom Telesco's office and say, hey, man, let's get this thing. Let's light this candlestick. This is what I want. Make it happen, kind of thing. I understand he wants to go through his agent and everything. The agent is supposed to do that. But there is a little bit more verbalization that he could do in these interviews and say, hey, this is what I'm looking for, and this is what I want to get done. Even to say Lamar Jackson kind of strong-armed the Ravens. I don't think Justin Herbert's that guy to do that, but I'm just saying you could take the bull by the horns just a little bit more. So, in my perspective of kind of where Justin Herbert probably would be looking at is somewhere probably in between the Jalen Hurts and Lamar Jackson type area. Possibly could throw out the Kyler Murray contract breakdown too, where he got basically, I think it was a 5-year 230. There's a possibly in that kind of area. If you think about it, Kyler Murray obviously statistically is not the same as Justin Herbert, but really hasn't won a playoff game, but has done well in the league. Justin Herbert's done statistically very, very high level type play, had extremely record-breaking base season for his first 3 seasons. But Lamar Jackson has won an MVP, so you realistically think he's achieved more. So there's kind of that idea that Jalen Hurts at $255 million 5-year contract. My thoughts is that Justin Herbert will be roughly in the 245 to 250 5-year type base contract. I think the big thing, and when you look at Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, the cap hits become tremendous. I know the Kyler Murray type contract is 12 million or 16 million this year, 51 million 2024, 45 million, 55 million, 43 million up to 27 or 2027. So it's kind of a crazy contract looking that you're obligating that much money in towards the cap versus looking at like a Lamar Jackson based contract. He has a $22 million cap hit this year, 33 million in 24, 43 million in 25, and then it goes 74 million in 26 and 74 million in 27. So it's kind of a wild contract to look at. I mean, if you look at something like that, my hopes is that we kind of spread the cap hit out for Justin Herbert so we could find ways to be able to free up money to be able to put good players on this team to surround him. So we'll see where it goes. I think the big domino that needs to fall is Joe Burrow's contract. We need to find out where he's at. Now, once again, Joe Burrow has accomplished more than Justin Herbert, won playoff games, got to a Super Bowl. I would assume that his contract would be a little bit higher, but my thoughts is the Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray kind of area is probably where we're sitting at, in my opinion. So we'll see where that goes. Moving on. Let's talk a little bit about OTAs, and Justin Herbert is back throwing the ball at OTAs. Love seeing that happen there. Love seeing him out there throwing the ball around. You know, the beautiful thing about it is he looks like he's doing great. It said he took 7 on 7 reps this week. Looks like he is fine. I mean, the guy is throwing bombs downfield. He took basically all reps on Wednesday and threw in team drills for the first time in front of reporters this spring. Underwent surgery, obviously, on his torn labrum on his non-throwing shoulder, and was 20 for 25 in total reps on 7 drills. You love seeing that. The beautiful thing is, though, he let the ball loose, airing out to all over the field to multiple receivers. If you guys saw that video that the Chargers put out there of the deep pass to Pokey Wilson, number 83, roughly about a 50-yard touchdown on a beautiful deep pass. Wow, moving out of the pocket on top of that too. It kind of just gave me that, was it Tyron Johnson kind of feel, because it was number 83 once again. Seeing him out there wearing Pokey Wilson, wearing number 83 and catching deep balls, just, it melts my heart. It melts my heart seeing that. But it's great to be able to see Justin Herbert out there throwing the ball and everything too. You know, even to go back to mic'd up with Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore was really excited about it too. He was like, the great part of this is that we're throwing the ball downfield. Justin Herbert just bombing the ball downfield. You could see Kellen Moore being so excited about the downfield passes. Keenan Allen has talked about it. We're throwing downfield. Big thing for us to be able to see that this year. And Kellen Moore, in my opinion, is going to find a way to be able to get this ball downfield. One thing I did want to just throw out there in 2022, completed air yards for Justin Herbert was absolutely terrible. So it means basically a pass traveled beyond the line of scrimmage before being caught. So how the air yards of the ball from Justin Herbert's hand to the receiver, he was second to last in the league. He was ranked, 32 is what it was, but it was 33. Obviously, I guess the amount of quarterbacks that played. He only had 4.7 yards from his hand to the receiver. That is bad. In contrast, Tua was number 1 at 8.8 yards. Wow. So what I'm saying, that why I'm bringing that up, guys, is that I expect a big increase in that side. So many times, and we've chatted about it, behind the line of scrimmage, under 10-yard type base throws for Justin Herbert last year. I get it. He was injured. Hey, what a stud for being out there. Torn labrum, broken rib situation. Great to see that and all, but, you know, it's one of those things. Kellen Moore is going to find a way to get this ball out of Justin Herbert's hand and throw it more downfield. I'm excited about that. It's exciting to see Pokey Wilson out there catching deep passes from Justin Herbert. Beauty for 50-plus yards. It's exciting times, guys. One thing I did want to note is that Justin Herbert, even in the image that I have here on the screen, where Justin Herbert kind of seemed like he had a little bit more of a sidearm kind of throw. And I think he kind of adjusted that a little bit with the rib injury because it was a little easier for him to throw the ball. Observation on some of the videos and the clips that I saw from the OTAs, it seems like he's kind of not doing that more. He's throwing a lot more taller of throws. So he's throwing more higher up kind of throws. It seems like he's getting a little bit more deeper, more prettier looking balls downfield. I mean, he throws a fantastic deep ball all around. And it's exciting to be able to see Justin Herbert throwing the ball on maybe a different motion and working on different motions. And that's the beauty of having a guy like Kellen Moore, kind of teaching a player to be able to throw the ball at different angles. Kellen Moore has done it as a player, and he's accomplished quite a bit in doing that. So exciting to be able to see that. Last year, Justin Herbert had a huge amount of batted passes at the O-line because I think of more the sidearm kind of throw situation. For a quarterback as tall as Justin Herbert, that should not be happening by any means. So great to see it. Love seeing it, guys. I would go to chargers.com, check out there, or Instagram or whatnot. Check out some of those passes that Justin Herbert was throwing in OTAs. Once again, it's the Underwear Olympics, but at the same side, it's really, really exciting to be able to see these passes being thrown by Justin Herbert. So excited, guys. Once again, guys, like, subscribe, sub. Really appreciate you guys, all the support and everything, too. Let us know what your thoughts is about Justin Herbert's contract and what you're seeing from OTAs so far. So once again, guys, James from Bolt Bros. Let's go.